back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Eileen, and this is Eileen Ashley is Red Hot and Flashy. So I'm gonna try and do a really quick kind of get ready with me everyday look. I get a lot of requests for that, believe it or not. So in the summertime, wait, let's back that up. If you've been watching me, you know I hate foundation any time of year, but especially in the summertime. You can see how uneven my skin is. I already have my skincare on, which is why I'm a little glowy because I have sunscreen on. But you could see how uneven my skin is. Like these two parts of my forehead, I don't know why, they get more freckles than the center part. I guess it's kind of my own little shine, isn't it? And I got some redness going on over in this area here. So, and obviously my nose is a little red, but I don't care about any of that. This is also a little red because these are the areas that the sun hits first, right? So because I'm not putting on foundation, I'm wondering, do I even need to cover this up? Who gives a crap what anybody thinks? I don't. But we're gonna do it anyway, right? So I'm gonna use my Vanity makeup. This is the Sculpt and Glow palette. Now, this is in the shade Tan, and I bought it because I bought it from the Boxy add-on store specifically to use in the summertime. And this is dark, right, for me. However, I'm not going to contour my face. I'm just gonna cover up some of the redness. And so therefore, this is closer to my true skin tone right now. That's what the shade I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna take a small brush like this, and I'm just gonna put a little bit, you can see, just to cover up the redness. Right there a little bit. Or I should say, not so much cover up the redness, but not the redness from my suntan going on here, but more just to even out my skin tone. So you definitely want to use a shade that matches your skin tone. You don't want to use anything darker or lighter because we're doing this in place of foundation. And you can see I'm not putting any more product on. I'm just rubbing in or blending in what's the little bit that I just applied. I didn't even put any primer on. Then I'm just gonna take a damp sponge and go over my entire face with it. As you see, I kind of left the little redness here because it's actually from the sun, not uneven skin. And I like to do that anyway in the summertime or anytime I'm contouring my face or putting blush on. I put it across my nose. All right, then I'm gonna go in with a cream blush, and this is the Maybelline Cheek Heat in the shade Nude Burn. And that's what it looks like. I'm just putting a little bit on my finger. I don't think these have a lot of pigment to them, but they are buildable. Well, that one does. Oh, I look like I lied, but there you go. I'm gonna take that sponge, blend it in. And right over my nose. Now, if you need to, you can apply your concealer. I'm lucky, thank God I don't have dark circles today. But I'm gonna do it anyway, and I'm gonna use the the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. That thing. I like this. And I'm just gonna put a little right in the corner of my eye to brighten it up, and right out here. That's all I really need. I'm gonna try something like right here to see if I can make those bags look a little smaller. And I go in with a little baby sponge and tap that out. At this point, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of setting spray, and I'm using the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm doing this because I'm trying it this way. I don't normally do this before powder, but supposedly it's really good that way when you have mature skin to do it first and then put the powder on. So we're gonna see. So I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish the setting powder, and I'm gonna put that under my eyes, just real light. Then I'm gonna take a bigger brush and I'm just gonna set the rest of my face really quick with it. I don't like to use too much, especially in the summer. I don't wanna look cakey. That's it, real quick. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna use a new one. This is from Aesthetica. And it is their Sunset Bronzer. I have not tried this yet. This may be a little too light for me, but we're gonna find out. Oh, that was a lot. Then I'm gonna go in with the bareMinerals Bounce and Blur Mauve Sunrise Blush. And if you ever feel like you put too much on, just go in with your sponge or your foundation brush, if you use the brush, and just go over it. It'll help it tone it down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. I'm using Just for Redheads, and I'm using their shade Auburn, which is not like the Auburn that you usually see in all the stores. This is what it looks like. This is the color. And I'm just gonna do a quick fill in. I'm not gonna, you know, do all that stuff other people do. All right, so I picked this up on the BoxyCharm add-on store. It's by Illamasqua. It's their Color Veil. And it is a gel blusher, but I love it as an eyeshadow. So let me get the color shade for you. Oh, I remember. The shade is Frisson. And this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a mauve-y color. And like I said, it's made as a blush, but you could use it on your eyes. So I'm not even gonna prime my eyes. I'm just gonna take this with my finger. Here's what the color looks like. It's almost a pinky mauve. I just found it so pretty. Now remember, it's a gel, this particular one, and you could use eyeshadows, you know, liquid eyeshadows, or if you have this, try this out. But I'm just gonna tap it out. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush like this, and I'm gonna go in and just kind of blend it as it's drying. And I'm bringing it up into the crease, you know, kind of over the crease a little bit. Remember, I have hooded eyes, so I go above my actual crease. Now, if you put primer on, it would probably have come out a little bit darker. I see that it's kind of coming off on me. I'm gonna put a little more on, right here, right in this area. And I'm just gonna let it dry down a bit before I go back in and blend it. And I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. I'm gonna do this one again because it's dry. Oh, I should have this eye closed. And it's a real, just neutral kind of tone on me anyway, depending, I guess, on your skin tone. You know, it's just kind of like a hint of color. Now, because this is a gel, we're gonna need to set that because otherwise it will crease. You can actually use translucent setting powder to do it. But since I have the Morphe 9V palette, which is their Vintage Rose, so it's kind of like similar colors, I'm gonna go in, let me see. The shade names are on these plastic things, which I absolutely hate. So I'm gonna actually go in with Perf in pink. Actually, I think I might go in with Petal Play, which is this, sorry, that one right there. The other one was Shimmer, and I don't wanna put a shimmer on my lid. So I'm just gonna tap it on my lid just to set that liquid. And it's very similar shade. And if you want to darken up your crease a little bit, if you want to deepen it up, you could just take that same shade that I'm using here, and while you're doing tapping it on your lid, just go in the crease a little harder. Not harder, but you know, in the beginning, so that the product, more of the product gets laid down on the crease. And then we're just gonna buff it out, blend it together, I should say, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna use, where's that plastic? I'm gonna use That's Classic, which is this color here. Just because I don't want to, you know, I kind of want it to stay where it's brighter up at the brow bone for me. I'm gonna need to deepen up that crease because you can see how hooded that eye is. So I'm gonna just deepen it up for this. Just so I can lessen the look, I guess. Minimize the look of that hood. Now, I'm not gonna put any shimmers or anything on the eyelids, and you can do that, but this is gonna be that everyday look, like if you're going to work or you run into the store and you wanna, you know, just put something on. So we're not gonna put any shimmers on, but we are gonna go under the eyes. I'm gonna use a nice pale shade, so I'm gonna do that. And let me see, the color is Rose Bold. Actually, I think that's a little too light right now. I'm gonna go in with this darker color. Let me see that color name. Forget Me Not. And then we'll blend it out with that lighter one that I started with. I brought it up a little bit onto the eyelid, the top of the eyelid, just to connect it together. All right, now I'm gonna take that softer color, this one right here. What was the name of that? Rose Bold. And then I'm gonna go blend that underneath my eye here. Just like that. We are going to tight line my upper waterline, and the reason being is because I have very tiny red eyelashes, and this just deepens up that eyelash bed, giving you the appearance of having longer, thicker eyelashes. Now we need some mascara, and I'm gonna try something new again. This is the Tarte Maneater shade Black. Let's see how it does for my little tiny eyelashes. So this mascara is actually pretty good. I kind of like it. This is about 2-3 coats. It's not showing up as good on camera as it is in off camera. It looks longer. We're gonna take a nude eyeliner pencil. This happens to be from Colourpop, and the name is Worn Off. So I think it's one of their peachy colors. But this helps to make your eyes look bigger. So you're just gonna tight line your waterline with it. Since we're trying to just stay, I don't know, that quick everyday look, I'm gonna go in with the Tinted Lip Balm. And this is by Honest Beauty. And it is in the shade of Blood Orange. However, it doesn't really come out orange on the lips. Remember, it's just a tinted lip balm. But it does give my lips just some color. Now, you could put on lipstick, lip gloss, whatever you want, or nothing at all if you don't want anything. So this is just an everyday, simple kind of look. And if you're going out after work or, you know, later that night, you could just do a quick touch up and throw some shimmer on the eyelids, maybe add a wing, eyeliner, if you can do that stuff. And then you can, you know, go out for the night. I hope I gave you some ideas on you know, everyday looks, summer looks, especially without all the foundation. As you can see, again, I'm 53 years old and with mature skin, but even I don't think you need to wear all that foundation if you don't feel comfortable in it. I personally don't feel comfortable in it. But as you can see, I kind of evened out my skin tone and it still looks good, right? No foundation. You don't have to follow anybody's rules. You do what makes you feel comfortable, period. And I hope that I gave you some ideas on things that do make you feel comfortable. Let me know below. Do you guys like foundation? Or is it just me? Anyway, if you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit that button below. Come join our family. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, I guess it's called, that little bell there. Don't forget to hit that so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you have any other suggestions or things that you want to see, leave a comment below. I'll see what I can do. Until next time, everybody. Bye.